Still need a champion that can follow up on your engage. Smolder's ultimate is very good at just pinging extra damage onto the person who's been ulted by a Vi, and it also kills the side.
John Howe, about to get that dragon, good value there. Bit of the ignite coming on down as well, bit of a swipe.
Dark Seal for your first
Yeah, that would be
up there alongside can take huge fire. That's gonna flick back. Yeah, that's a problem now because you're half HP. Does get a good electrocute trade back though.
Does indeed. That's a good chunk though nonetheless of the Saber, and they're just dead to rights. First kill going on towards Setab's Ari, and the stacks on that Dark Seal early on. I'm looking at his face, guys.
I'm
it's
saying
very smug.
Quite smug, because sounds like always just justifying flags. It's a green flag right now. Teleporting in is the Scion. Don't have Talia though.
Get a bit interesting. This dragon secured. Watch the Vi on the other angle. Looking to go on in. The Braum sacrificial. Hoya got a decent equalizer on the back of his Echan. Going to get hit by that cease and desist. Flashing over the wall. Hoya flashing over. Wants the barbecued Scion. Vault Breaker ensures they beat the meat up nice and rough before they barbecue it a bit further. John Howe and the rest of the squad will survive, but TT get absolutely everything they came for.
And we will not comment on that one line which Sam just said and look pointedly.
Wrong. As Ultra Prime are marauding forwards, and I worry a little here, guys. I do, about this Talia's safety. There's the flash. Cease and desist comes on through. The equalizer there, but the turnaround beginning to come on through. Will it be enough, though? Aki flashes out, stays alive, shouts you down, and a double kill to Hoya. John Howe flashes out to safety, and TT make the pick.
By 1xN and fire cannon is so disgusting.
Yeah, it really is. Very, very valuable for helping get things like those big Qs off. Now we're going to see the dragon started nonetheless by Ultra Prime. Aki coming on over, has got the sword breaking on that much more. Feather with the wonderful pulverize. In the backline there goes Seta, very low. My god, is he playing with so far? Can't quite get the reset. On the other side, Aki's also going down. They bring down the Scion, but they just went a little too deep. Now the turnaround is beginning to roll from Ultra Prime, and Hoya's dead as well. Thunder Talk. What happened?
Setab and Aki take it in turns, going alone into the anti-dive combo, and despite the fact that TT had the early game advantage, they can't make it work around the dragon, and they've just given Ultra Prime a slight way back into this game. It's still going to be hard for them. They will take the dragon, but what we were saying earlier is that when they do win fights, they get to hit turrets really, really hard with the 3 grubs, and then also the Herald and Infantry, which they're yet to drop. This is a good moment. I think it should just be the Infinity Edge straight up next. However, you can also go towards Full Dominance Regards later into the game too. 1xN, also really hard to get a BF Sword on most backs. Do it then. Mid the tower will go down. Good win there for Ultra Prime using that Herald 3 grubs. You can block the Smolder ult with the Braum shield. That's one of your pass-through damages done. That's another bit of chunk down feather not popping the ult, but there's no contest coming through.
This is awkward, very awkward indeed. And suddenly, because of that over-aggressive Ariel, I think in part it's going to give a lot more license for Ultra Prime to come over here. Hoya's TP'd in. Maybe they can still play this. There's no smite taken on the Stelzer quite yet, but doesn't matter, as they're going to get the secure. Is John Howe. Feather now in danger. The Unbreakable will proc. I don't know how much that means right now. 1xN hit with a big chunk, but still getting to free fire right now. But it's only really onto the Scion. Cease and desist in the backline, but John Howe now turning around himself. Brings down a second. 1xN nowhere to go. And Ultra Prime just come and fire. And they'll bring down Hoya to boot, surely. Saber's got the Archangel's shield, and the Angel on his shoulder will bring down the mech.
1xN can't get the 2-2-5 stacks quite quick enough. Just seeing some of the regulars in chat as well. Hey, Shelly. As well, I would be waving in chat, but that requires me having to look at 3 different chats, pass the game at the same time, and occasionally wave at people. Yeah, go wave at them. Ooh.
I got you.
Starts it, TT. You have a way to face check it. Well, you don't want to walk into... they're checking the Smolder ult. That'll help. Get some damage across them too, so it's not like it's completely useless there. They will spotted that. Here it goes. They don't have a spell, but Smite. Aki can get into the pit, though. Can they? Oh my god! They've leashed it. He can fly over the wall.
He can indeed. He's in the back of it. Aki's still there, waiting to potentially get back out, but now he doesn't have the way to get unless he flashes in. Can look to Smite still. Kill! It's a couple hundred HP too early. Damage afterwards, though, is scary. The Equalizer comes on down, going to dissuade too much follow-up, and Thunder Talk. Get away with riding the lightning.
Aki goes into the pit, goes out, goes in again, and finds the steal. The panic from Ultra Prime around securing the objective is their downfall. They will get the jungler, and they'll take a tower afterwards.
We said this game, if you can keep finding those autos, it's all good. So a little wary. The poke can still be quite threatening this game. It's not that tanky with this build. There's no HP items in there, really. Could still be a little vulnerable if he's not wary. All the while, though, a lot of turrets to pick up. That's Thunderdog's first turret of the game, by the way.
Yeah. Dragging up in a minute would be Soul for Ultra Prime. Deathcap almost into setup. I will say, not a fan of the Bloodletters on Ari's second of all things. Ari doesn't have a damage over time, so you don't Shred Magic resist that quick. It's not a bursty item, which Ari wants to be a lot of the time. I could have gone towards the Leandries in this game. I think that would have been fine. I feel like he's dripped a lot of damage. Once he gets Deathcap, he'll be back online. Setup struggling to impact the game in the way that he wanted to. Had a couple of bad fights in a row, and his build's not helping him now.
It's not. All the while, though, eyes on Baye. He does hurt. Watched him hit Smolder for 20% of his HP with a single Q. No. He'll land a few of those onto some key targets, and life might be playable. There goes the Rumble's HP as well.
Actually on a bit of an unseen flank. I'll call out something in chat as well. Steer saying Smolder needs lifesteal. Yeah, I agree. Especially against that poke. If you get the Smolder being permanently full HP. However, right now, on optimum damage, if he's taking a training dummy, it's the most you'll ever get out of it. Hoya on the flank, Aki on the other flank. Grouped up members of Ultra Prime. That looks like a great equalizer angle for me.
Decent assist, equalizer, all the tools, the wall comes down, Soul available for Ultra Prime, so many rights can be wronged, and all the worthwhile. Can get some damage on the front line. Feather in danger, exhaust Junhao. Backline, Hoya! Just blows on in. They've gotten the Soul nonetheless. Fight afterward is good because Baye survived the attempted assassination from the Rumble. Where is 1xN? Flashing forwards. Saber goes golden. 1xN, what more can you do? He's getting so much damage, but it's across too many members. He can't focus anyone down. That stopwatch from Saber saves his life.
TT fumble the final fight. The equalizer was good, but the damage didn't come in time before the dragon was killed. Ultra Prime take a huge fight, kill the Smolder, and I don't think anyone will stop them from taking the base now.
Oh, it's so Jova. I want to see a replay of that final fight. I suspect it will have to be after the Nexus has fallen because Ultra Prime are careening, marauding into the base. And what on earth can Thunder Talk do at this point? They'll try and get a decent 3-man pulverize, but there's just no damage here. 10 seconds still on 1xN. Maybe they can get some value here, but the Nexus is there, and I don't think Ultra Prime will give a damn at all. Game secured. And now game one is Ultra Prime's.
Ultra Prime take it. It's
already got a bit of focus on him for some full levels of play on NIP, for some dubious stuff we saw when he was with Shanji over on top. He's been
sharp damage there. Hang on, there is a stun stacked on Satab. Lee Sin around the corner. They'll see the Wukong now. Here's the stun.
Need to make sure they get there before Junhao and Crew can get over to stop this. There's still the resonating strike though. And Sonic Wave Part 2 secures the kill.
Saber caught.
Behind a little on that today. I ended up falling behind a significant amount against the Ari last game. 30-40 CS early on. Not the easiest early game.
Satab's everywhere.
Is now going to be going down as well as the Roam comes on through. Setup is indeed everywhere. And he sets up another. And that's a second kill for Aki's Lee Sin. Bot side, Hoya in a 1v2. Gets ignited but pulls away.
Hoya pulling that all out. Does actually have threat. Yes, this down. Taken easily enough. Grub spawning in a minute and a half. I think that'll be very important to see if Ultra Prime can get themselves at least one of them. They want to get as much split.
Chow shot on a flank angle here. The vision control wasn't fantastic, and now 1xN could well be in danger. They're going to spot it out, but it's going to make things a bit tricky. Good stun on the setup. Means the Annie doesn't get to do anything. Shaosha with the wonder flank. Saber follows up, and now they come to contest, but it is way too late for TT. Awkward.
Awkward. Playing ARAMs with Nailin, who is the person who knows. That's the big problem. Gets the hop interrupted. Could get all out. Now John has over the wall.
Can maybe turn this one around. Could all look to bait it. All out now. Potentially a bit of a risk here from Hoya, who's gone for the all-in and is regretting his choice. A Cyclone Part 2 comes on through. Footwork forwards. Going to go towards the wave. Gets another Q down. Will surely be having his ult timeout shortly. The Pathmaker is solid, but where is he going? He had to give me the kill over to the Nara there.
Hoya finds the right time for the all-in and the 1v1, but doesn't respect the map. Had no vision on top side, and then also missed his W and a couple of Qs in the trade.
What's this gold lead balloon?
First tower will be taken in top lane, I think. Yeah, there we go. I was wondering how GG now.
There was a significant... Hold on to it for a second. I think there is a dive coming. He cleared out the way, but the dive may still continue. Flash with the kick. Gets him out from under the turret barrier. In danger. The Solar Flare will not save the life of the Sivir. Not badly executed there by TT, who get the double teleports off that as well.
Double teleport's a big win, particularly when we're getting around to the points where you want to be teleporting into potentially a Herald fight or the next big fight of the game once you hit the one item mark, which everyone's about to get to. EGN will be left alone on bot side for now.
Successful revision of that speed shrine.
EGN on the flank, really good Mega Gnar, and he has a lot of gold to put behind it. They'll see him if he walks up any further, but that Gnar's in great position.
go. What's the call, TT? Your objective times have been a bit off. Slight Ultra Prime going to just give this one up. Could only be the second dragon. There it is. Now actually Xiaoxia in danger. Between worlds they go nonetheless to Saber, looking for more. First kill already out to Thundertalk. Dragged out is that Mega Nut by Hoya with the all-out. Good work from him to protect his backline. Flashes over the wall. Now Saber in danger on the other side of setup. Throws down his giant bear. Tibbers on top of him. Who on earth was giving that poor girl that big a teddy bear? Really ridiculous. EJ still finds the Mega Nut angle after the Cassandre dragged him out from the play. That's disastrous. And now the Annie down for the count. The health bar's looking pretty low. Flash away from Junhao. Did get hit by the Sonic Wave. Doesn't they want to take it back?
Messy team fight. Ultra Prime do get the Meg. Yeah, 2 kills on the Lee Sin, but he is starting to run out of time to impact the game, so he needs to make plays like this.
Oh, the kick into the Sonic Wave. Via puts down a spell shield, but to what end? Depth charge. Aki gets another. I might have donated that one over to 1XM, but I don't think it matters all that much. Siv it down.
The Atakan had just come out onto the map. TT will get the objective off of the play of Aki, and TT, a great moment for them. It keeps their composition alive a little bit longer in the game.
Turn it into something a little bit more, but those are good feel moments. Feel good moments.
Yeah, good feel moments. Tower goes down. That's a good feel.
That's a good feel. Yes, the feeling of masonry cracking under my fists.
Could you imagine like an advert like destroy towers, feel good?
Good feel. They have a little bit more team fight presence, but they're currently trying to leverage the 3 grub advantage and keep this Cassandre trapped on the turret and maybe threaten some tier 2s if things start moving around. Would be sole point, but not sole important here for Thunderdog.
Xiaoxia.
Dragon. Xiaoxia finds the engagement with 1XL, who does manage to cleanse away to safety. Solar Flare also comes on out. Flash on him from Junhao. Gets the cyclone. More summoners blown. Between worlds. Saber in the backline. Onto setup. Blows up the Annie. But the turn onto the Ejun. Getting dangerous. The Dawning Shadow comes across the line. He gets the kick. And the follow-up of the Sonic Wave. Great work there from the jungle and AD carry to turn that one around with a little assistance from Hoya.
Mistimed engage from Xiaoxia. Goes in and gets the cleanse from 1XM, but the ultimate doesn't find any value. Ultra Prime do take down the Annie, but they do split to do so. They'll lose the Dragon as TT cleaned up a couple of kills, and Ultra Prime, they were the ones winning the team fights last game. It's not been nearly as easy in this one.
No, it is not. Now Hoya will whack this turret, punches it a few times. Want to pick up a second one here for Thundertalk. Now they're finding themselves with a little bit more of a meaningful lead. The goal lead, not that significant. We'll get bigger after this turret, obviously.
But still ended up getting the damage to kill setup, of course.
Yeah.
It's not enough to do enough residual damage across everyone else to then, you know, carry through the damage numbers. Fight on the top side.
This might not be bad. No flash on setup. It's still the turret with the CC. It's brutal of the Leona. Going to be donated. Aki with a 5th kill this game.
Saber, again, not having the damage to fully finish off the kill, and Aki's safeguard. Enough force the issue before they even think of stalling for that as the Baron started.
Fastest Baron taking team here with an Annie, a Senna, and Lee Sin. Not bad, but again, you're not looking at something like a Cassiopeia here. Saber force the flash as Feather goes looking with the flash dredge line. With the Wukong over the wall here in the wrap set as well. Perhaps a turnaround angle.
Junhao
does get into the backline, set up low. Dawning Shadow keeps everyone alive. Big shields. Saber looking for potential angles. Does not have the ult to work with quite yet. The damage back still looking pretty good here though from the side of Ultra Prime onto Thundertalk rather. Exhaust comes on down and TT can't get Baron, can't get the turret. Pull away.
Good damage check from Ultra Prime. Really good damage check with the ricochets and the theoretical stacks. Turret now under threat. Ricochet does delete waves, but not enough to actually save the turret from a couple of
fights. And TT now in a bit snacky with the GA. Play very aggressive here on the Lee Sin.
BGN stacking up that rage bomb. Didn't have much of it before, but goes in. Xiaoxia, not that tanky.
Set up with the potential angle here as well. Got the flash and the Annie can go looking for something more as well. That goes on in the Mega. Not the best, but they still get the Dragon. That's soul secure by Thundertalk. Between worlds they go. Ejang low, about to get knocked out. Does so. Annie goes down as a result, but the damage already kind of done because the Tibbers keep chunking on through. All the while though, Junhao flashes on out. Should get to safety with the blast cone, but Aki looking for the Sonic Wave. Can't land it. Back away, soul secured 1 for 1.
Much closer this time, 1 for 1, but the soul was secured as you said, and that's really important because we were just talking about how Senna already hard to shut down with just move speed. Even more added onto that now, and Ultra Prime, slight flank setup, powerful, the 2 items, you can drop that stun down as and when is needed.
Fastest Baron take here with the Senna and Elise, but it will be healthy. Be pretty valuable. Hoya on a flank angle, spotted out. They're going to find around. Feather potentially danger. Only Shadow that comes across to keep people alive. Tibbers goes on down between worlds by some time. John Albert's down the cyclone, but it's a defensive one. Pull back but it's not going to turn into all that much. Hoya
Bayer's down.
But Bayer's down. You're right. He dragged out the Sivir. That's a huge moment, though. I was wondering why he was all alone. It's because the Sivir died in transit. And they pick up Saber at the end of it all. It's a full ace.
Teamwork makes the dream work. TT find the team fight before the Baron was taken. They didn't even need to finish it off. The Tibbers burned down the Sivir, who couldn't fight back. And Ultra Prime cannot find the late game team fight they needed. We'll be going to 3.
Gold lead balloons, finally, as the Nexus is falling. Thundertalk strike back in game 2. Their first win in terms of games this summer split. Righting at the ship for now. Can they finish it up in game 3?
We'll go the distance for our first series of the day. Ultra Prime and TT both coming off of losses in game 1.
I fight. That'll be the question. Of course, they decided for like Ultra Prime on the whole have been a more convincing team over the last couple of days. Not Ultra Prime being exactly been the best team.
Fire not there just yet, which means if a fight happens, that's a problem. 1xN, as we said, on the Infernum Crescendum.
Secured. Now look at Severin Crescendum. Petrifying Gaze comes on through. Exhaust driven into the wall. Reset with that bailout. And the chat rooms are well and truly armed. Realm Warp available. Won't be needed. John have flashed into the enemy jungle. Flash over for the Rune Prison. Do not pass go. Do not pick up 300 gold.
The 3-weapon switch from 1xN was brutal. Use the flamethrower to stack up chakrams. Go straight into... 6 and Sejuani typically very, very powerful. Didn't do that much about it here, though. Rang on, that's a catch onto Satab.
He's been caught out in the rotation again. No flash from him from earlier, so does go down. Nice pick up at the end of that.
The Prime gets something back. That's important. Kill into the Cassiopeia. Teleporting in. Has ult as well.
Just right there for Mac to make sure he'll be on off cooldown for this dragon potential contest. There comes a bit more of that HP. Wax cone in. Does look for a bit of play. Shaosha gets pulled back by the handshake into the impale. Moonlight Vigil with all of the chakrams. And Aphelios can begin to swing. 1xN, Severum, Crescendum, Cleanse. And the counter strike means nothing. You're playing the wrong dang game. And the person with the guns headshots the man with the staff.
T lose the dragon, lose the fight, and they're starting to fall behind too far in this game. Gets very, very worrisome. Saber stopped on his recall. Xiaoxia has to come down to protect him. Is it going to be enough? There's no ult on the Cassiopeia.
A bit tricky. Hoya gets the repudiation off. Hoya gets the kill. Feather's the one tanking the aggro. Heal on out. And it's just a clean dive. The Cassiopeia dies. Well played. Thundertalk. Yeah, really is a lot of where the gold value comes on through. Different with Apples. Feather, who's got the support item done already. Plus the first item in the tail. Culling comes over to Aki, who
pretty good,
does eat some damage, but it's not the end of the world. He's got some honeypoof to get to as well.
Xiaoxia has flash. The flash rail combo has to be good from Ultra Prime.
Okay, potentially be in danger. Setup goes throwing down some of that spell, but won't turn it into a rune prison quite yet. Dragging down the half HP, goes to prison man, with Aki gets cleansed out by the Mikhail. Can look to contest this dragon.
1xN not in a great position, but these rifle turrets are going to do so much work.
And into the hostile takeover. Oh my days, the Moonlight Vigil. He's trying to dance around. Does get to survive. Gets another Realm Warp forwards. They're all hunting for more. Bye. Just says bye.
Feather hits them with the cloud of death. Cloud kill from Feather.
A little bit of discussion that was being had on Twitter the other day by President Palm Kenchmain and pretty incredible injury survivor in Watley, saying, look, actually, I really don't think you should be doing Heartsteel on Sejuani. You don't stack that much HP. 3 Giants belt gives you more clear, more HP.
Yeah, because that's...
Otherwise, like Saber, should be able to get that tier 1. Is something, but again, they are looking for extra prizes because look what's down on the bot side, and there is an Aphelios with 2 items and Severum Crescendum. This Atacant's health bar will disappear very, very fast indeed.
Slips through into his rifle turret. Rifle turrets are my favorite combo for Aphelios in the game. The auto resets, the extra range, the ability to just deny an area of the fight. And what you see on 1xN doing as well, they will lose a turret for this objective bounty goes to Ultra Prime. That is a nice bit of golden pocket, but still losing the Atacant. 43 petals for TT, buffed up an extra 25%. Well, nasty as hell. But what you'll see 1xN doing with this kind of combo is if someone else has jumped onto, he'll drop the turret at their feet. Summoners up for TT. Almost all big summoners up for Ultra Prime. They don't have the ability to teleport flying for EGN or teleport back in if he takes a chunk. What's the play for Ultra Prime?
Rank 10 on that row. I did set a break up to level 16 now as well, but that will improve a lot of damage. In comes the cleanse from onto Aki to ensure with the Mikhails he's not going to be picked off with that head split, but again, it feels a bit desperate that from John. How? What notes that can lead to? Shouting on the flank angle, got the ghost running. Switch summoners around Hoya. Set up on the other side. Here goes EJ. That was the turret secured by the minions. Get a massive impale. Goodbye, Lucian. Hostile takeover. Public execution. And it's not going to be the Penta, but it'll still be a team wipe as Fire and Fury and a few hundred years of game design get 1xN the team fight of his dreams.
1xN doesn't want to flash for the quadra kill. Turns out that summoner's pretty important, but he'll still get the triple in the fight. 1xN's Aphelios has been an absolute treat to watch. EGN will be stopped on his recall. He won't be able to walk back. There's a dubstep ignite drop down by Feather, as I don't think I've ever seen a Renata solo kill a Jax before, but there's a first time for everything.
Two setups TP'd in for. He got a bailout to buy time. He tried to TP out. Baron's up. Severin, Crescendum locked and loaded. 3 items plus upgraded Berserker Greaves. Level 14. This thing will disappear. Xiaoxia off vision on a control ward looking for a flank angle. Has got Spellbook. Could have looked for a smite angle. Will not find it. And the Baron just disappears, but I had to set it up. There was a world.
There was a world. Yeah, it's the. Do you ever hear that one about Cadian with the 1v4 with the P90?
How does that one go?
Setup called out. Xiaoxia, he's in the back.
Oh, Gravity gets him with the Magnet Storm. The 1xN taken very low. Got a bailout. Needs to get the kill. Does get the reset. Still alive.
1xN's Man and the Seer comes to play.
What do you know? The weapon of the faithful. Sometimes you just gotta believe, folks. 11-0-6. You wonder why we like to see him on this champion? Just take a look at this damn game.
Oh, screw it. Bring Aphelios meta back. I want to see this Garnet more. Ultra Prime will fall in game 3. 1xN special, dealing the killer blow.
Thunder Talk, wounded, changing rosters, but it's still looking like they've got a little bit of something underneath it. They walk the walk. They win a series. We engage, I suppose, it's the Renata Alpha a very lucky shove or spread on the arrow from the Varus. We're all now locked in to help mitigate that a little bit here. Codes.
Oh,
poor old Isley.
no.
Poor old Isley.
No, Dragon getting out forward over.
Big priority here for LNG. It's a potential chunk there. No, gets a really good amount of damage. Dragon secure. Bailout's on down to LP. He's not going to get a reset there. Important pickup. The heal down as well. And some souls for Leaf to secure at the back end of it as well. UMB chunked out a little bit there, but again, Dragon for a kill. Not the worst there. Public execution on the solo kill, not level 6 yet. Flashes. Zerka looking for the solo kill. Flash out. Nicely done.
He's going to take his name and do just that to him. That was the Spellbook teleport, which sometimes you could tell people are not as locked in with those teleports. LP running the 1v1 versus Senna because Varus is disgusting in the 1v1. Good damage there, but I believe we'll get some damage back.
That's the last embrace will do. Now coming on over. I think they want to fight this. What hijacks are available? It's the hostile takeover. Bit of the taste of their own medicine. In goes the classic guard. They buy some time, trying to get some heals. The bailout's not enough. Now the passive with the concussive blows gives Zucker a bit of a headache. Rumble down for the count as well.
It's not a bad Ambessa combo, but the hostile takeover stolen is a bit of contraband of the contraband. Dermby, great impact in that first fight of the game for him.
Good work there. Down a little bit of CS, but it's melee into range. Gets a nice engage there. It's 1,000 gold lead to NIP. It's the feat of warfare towards the full feats of strength. Now they just need some objectives or some turrets. Trickier. When is the next wave coming? Solo kill. Still got the equalizer. Could just throw it down to burn the wave down. Does just that.
Dermby could teleport up. He has enough time to. They want to start the... Okay, they're leaving him out to die. He will die here in the 1v3. Clear the wave. However, other side, it's going to be the Dragon started up. Not sure why they used the Senna ult there if they were leaving him out to dry.
You see whether perhaps we could get a little bit of something at the back end of it. Couldn't quite. All the while it's worth noting, LP is pre-firing in the mid lane. Doing beat, helping the squad get a
Wow, this champion is crazy. Solo kill's going to get dove again, probably. There are people on his side of the map. He might die before they get there, though. Parasol hits. That's a dead Rumble.
Corruption, public execution, Rumble dies. And yes, the AoE CC might not be a single target's not bad.
Solo kill has been completely left out to dry. LNG setting up Zucker for success, and he is their star player. Ult into mid lane.
Trying to return the favor into mid lane. They go Xiaofeng was waiting, though. Now you're now in a dangerous position. They get caught under the turret, having been shoved back by the seismic shove. Get out alive. That's a lot of their health bars down. And a good counter tank there from Xiaofeng, who flashes on in to ensure that it's a bit messy. All the while, though, Doing be given a lot of time on this bot side to pick up another plate at the very least.
Even-ish in terms of gold. I mean, within 1,000 gold, could be worse at that point. The gold is getting very spiky now, though. You've got some gold in mid-jungle for NIP going towards the Herald. LNG don't have great engage. This is where this comp suffers. We can't really find a great angle here. I have to just see that objective go down. Cross-mapping instead.
Okay. Go forward. Steals the Renata ult with a bit of a hijack. Herald drop mid lane. Going to try and get the wall down, though. Very nice. We'll buy some time. Still driving on in. Nayo gets on in. We'll still get this charge off as a result. Dawning Shadow comes on through. Looking for a bit of a battle. That's he missed! He just missed! He tried to get both the knockups and the turret. Got neither!
Swing and a miss to spare and bowling. Can't quite hit the upright pins. That will be a gutter ball. Herald not getting any value now too. LNG, well, that's a bit of a freebie for them.
I mean, that's not pretty. Nayo have been having an okay game, 2-0-1, and that was a bit of a fumble. Tried to get everything and got neither.
And if they get that fight, they get the dragon afterwards too. That's a big miss. That's a big miss. Because Nayo, as you're rightly saying, was having a good game. Still has the ult. Zerka will beat him in the 1v1 though. Needs to be very careful on that flank. Catches lead.
Central danger, gets the back away though. Now gets the last embrace onto the Talia. Now in danger themselves, throws down the exhaust. I don't know whether it's going to be quite enough. I will be, but now the fight continues. LP has to flash away his lead. Caught within the curse of the Black Mist, can do so much work. Compulsive blows go on down, knocked away by the Crescent Guard, but the Chains of Corruption's hijacked and will allow Xiaohao to go down. Dragon was taken, but they will lose a member.
So it ends up being a failed fight for NIP at first for him. Means that now if he gets a position to stand and fight, LP will get a lot of value. Ult coming in, not that valuable though.
A little bit early on that one. Perhaps they'll get the crash into the turret though, and of course it is the on-hit barrier, so a bit more damage onto those guys. And the turret will go down, so actually, in the end, works out well enough. Hostile takeover, hijacked again.
Dragon up in a minute, no ultimate now for soul point for the Atakan. NIP wanting the raw stats, the raw experience, rather than potentially delayed gratification, but a very powerful one of the soul.
It might have been a bit tricky as well, because you're looking, there's a lot of 2-item spikes for LNG, not really the 1 or 2 on this side for NIP. Hostile takeover stolen. Actually pretty good value there. Dawning Shadow after. Just chunk out LNG, who shoved aggressively there and were nearly biting off more than they could use. Going to give Celica a lot of free time topside.
LP cleansing late loses him a ton of HP, which means that LNG towards the bot lane turret.
Okay.
LNG should probably know he's on this side of the map. You know, this is oh my god.
Oh, hijack. Dawning Shadow as well. Flashes away, buys a bit of time. Redemption coming on through, but it will not save the Talia. Nice work from NIP.
I say, LNG have full vision in the top side of the map. They should know that Nayo is bot side, and Dermby's pushing towards
the most hostile.
It is very much, feels like that's a very topical one to take out. Hijack could get a flick over the wall, misses Dermby.
Oh, Nayo in the back line, Dawning Shadow comes on through, can look for that hostile hijacking, misses the abduction to go with the abduct. Wants to get on the bottom of Zaka though, who has to flash away himself. Slightly awkward.
Neither team landing that engage very well though. Nayo still has the ultimate, but everyone else has used this. NIP 4 ults down. On the other side, the hostile takeover and the Crescent Guard are available, which I think LNG will be happy with. They can now walk over towards the Baron, give up the Dragon. They're not going to start it though. They're going to just try and bait NIP in.
3 seconds on Dermby's hijack. He's level 16 at this point. The cooldown is damn short. He can just go again.
And Dermby soloing out that Dragon, has teleport to get to the top side of the map. Now he'll go over to finish it off, and NIP get themselves the objective, and LNG looks like they're pushing in the mid lane turret. Need to make sure they can use this quickly. Coach now can teleport back out onto the map. I would have thought it would have been a straight Baron angle teleport over. LNG, they pull off of it. Wow. They don't realize that Nayo and Dermby are both there. LNG, do something. I know your team can't aggressively engage, but you could at least start the Baron and bait NIP into you.
Ted puts a massive Q down, the piercing darkness into the last embrace. Old hug from Senna's abilities. Can be a bit obnoxious. Out around this wave control now. Soul point for NIP.
One of the biggest criticisms we had of LNG teams, kind of the post-scout era, was they lacked decisiveness and they lacked that ability to take a game at pace. And right now, they are really struggling with a lack of go button, which we've called out ever since their drafts. NIP, they're the ones around the Baron now. They've been winning the objective plays.
Nayo's coming in as well. Cease and desist to the backline. LP with no flash. Needs to get away. They've blown up the Talia already. The Chains of Corruption bought enough time to stop them getting onto the Barons until just now. Leave just autos him down. Headshot onto the AD carry.
Zerka trying to make something happen, but he can't do it himself. LP dies to the Braum passive being procced by Senna. and LNG lose their 2 carries. After trying to wait for NIP to over-engage, they leave an opening, and NIP finally get their engage down. They've been winning around the objectives, largely better macro. They've not exactly been able to take the game at pace themselves, knowing that LNG have so many disengage tools, but this should break the spine of the game.
It really does.
But LNG weren't really in position. LP is positioning. Really punished at the back end of that play. NIP will start to explode the gold lead. 4,000 gold lead now after the last few minutes.
Big moment there is that 4th item in. The Immortal Reminder done for the Senate. Shout out as well, actually, onto Niket there, who pulled Haichao off of the Weaver's Wall with the Glacial Fissures. He was trying to run away. Kept that Taliyah in place. Maybe if the Taliyah had run away, there might have been enough damage to threaten something at the back end of it, but wasn't the case, and now things get tricky for LNG.
Leave's got 4 items. Mortal Reminder, again, has over 100% crit chance, so now it'll start to go in towards lifesteal. 135 souls. I mean, there's a ton of range. Varus very close to hitting the owner of that ultimate. Silas throws that back with interest, especially the Varus ult. Has an AP scaling, which then Caitlyn has a fire cannon on top of that too. Every so often can hit you from outside of tower range, which is, you know, fair, balanced, wonderful scaling gameplay.
Death Cat's got done for doing B as well. Speaking of scaling, yeah, that Silas will hurt a lot.
Taking up the Crescent Guard allows him to be that temporary front line.
Oh, got hit by the last embrace as well, and stolen the Crescent Guard. They just can't do any damage. Rumble on coming flying on through alongside the Dawning Shadow. And the Shadow is that of death as NIP walk them through the valley. And game 1 will be the Ninjas, and they're going straight to put this one to bed. The Pajamas, an act choice in uniform.
NIP debut their newer roster. A few roster changes from last split to this one in front of their home crowd in Shenzhen. Game 1 at least will be a win.
The Nexus not going to stand before the combined might of NIP. They don't lose a single in that regards. But also, with your wall ride, that Spark Surge, you've got surprisingly good collapse. Now NIP have got that ability with, in fact, on his blue buff on the other side of the map.
As well, LP chosen to get a color himself. Typically, when you do color
no. So this is how gameplay dies, to the sound of riotous applause. B gonna heal and back away. That's Niket, I do apologize. Using the spellbook on that end for the Rakan. Can switch it over at some point shortly. Azure taking that at my half HP. Hopefully we do get some action finally. We brought it into engage. Niket goes to the backside. Got the quickness rolling as well. Good chance. Not enough damage quite yet. Haichao now walking up as well. Half HP. Destiny getting looking. LP low. Gold card comes on a nice W from Xiaofang. The dog stays alive, but leave with the ghost rolling. Spark Surge available over the wall. Haichao sidesteps for a moment. But where does he roll to? Still no one's dead. Another gold card. And loads of flashes blown from LNG in particular. But no one dies.
Doomby really trying to play Sabak. Maybe the all-out will be the first blood that we need. Jax gets pulled over the wall, does have the leap strike, but might not be able to use it. Xiaofang, and still, with 1,000,000 gold cards like Doomby playing Sabak, we have no kills. 2 dragons over to NIP.
Yeah. And they didn't want Athena, of course, goddess of Athens, the capital of Greece, patron of Athens, to have value. They basically depowered her.
I really hope Harold gives us a kill. Dro flashing in.
Maybe this is it. Flash Headbutt pulverized. Give me violence or give me death. Yes, we get a kill. 16 minutes deep. It's 1-0 on the board. Flash Headbutt pulverized from Dro gets us there.
1 kill in 16 minutes.
Oh, no.
Which means it's like, okay, you got to read that out to the rest of the class. And
he did.
Yeah, and he did. Dramatically. Yeah. Caesar was getting enough damage to win. Hasn't really been able to take over the game yet.
No, and NIP have not found a Destiny Gate combo with Nio's Lee Sin at all. It's been very quiet, and that is bad news, as we were saying. For LNG, they've been very happy with the boring game state. That's how they want this game for the next few minutes.
They have so many more extra damage sources. I mean, NIP have a 1 carry threat comp, which is this area. On the other side, Ryze can put out damage, Jax can put out damage, the Civic can put out damage. NIP, I was hoping that the globals would have had more impact. This is a comfort comp. It's doing beyond globals, but what can they really do?
All right, let's make this Jersey boy Zeri baby. You got to pop off some point. Exhaust comes on down, in goes the Destiny Gate Draw. Nearly in danger here. What about the Dragon back end of it? Over the wall goes Nio into care. Finding huge value. Kick onto Hydro. Gold card brings it. 2 dead. Nice skirmishing play from NIP. Shelfung flashed over the wall. But it will still be the feats of warfare picked up by NIP. They needed blood. They gave it to us.
Leave pulls out the damage NIP need. I love how he flashed to continue his ult's uptime. Doomby using the Destiny Gate to keep Leave in the fight as well, as they get themselves soul point on a mountain rift and a bunch of kills.
Now they can turn to Atakan afterwards as well. The game explodes. It's not a massive gold lead, but it is soul point. It is Atakan. It is this Zeri finally getting involved.
Atakan likely to go down. Shelfung's nowhere near. NIP get themselves Dragon, Atakan, and the kills. And while I think NIP don't have the damage to match with LNG late game, they've just gotten themselves the advantage in both of the big objectives that had spawned at the time to pull ahead of the game. LNG, their strategy of do nothing and hope for the best has, once again, not worked out well. They are, NIP are Caesar in this equation. And, LNG's wife's letter have just been read out in front of Senate. Nio went in easily early to force out the flash from Hydro. Didn't want to get kicked back into the team. Love what Leave does here. Ult would have timed out if he didn't auto-attack for a little while longer. So goes forward, flips the shattered shit for about 4.5
I know, we've got 20 seconds.
Minutes. 20 seconds till Dragon comes through. Nothing has happened. We have all of our big summoners in the ultimates now. Well, Derby's not switched off of Exhaust Ignite because, I don't know, why would he? He's got himself the empowered Swift Marches. Leave has 2.5 items. It would need to be another good Leave team fight if the Dragon is secured by NIP. Obviously, at the Mountain Soul, here comes the TF ult.
They're looking to try and get to Zuck. He failed the flash! No! Vader have the right of it. Padme is very dead to right. Seems in your failure. You killed them. Pull back with the Untofo strike. Zeri pops off. No! And LNG.
Nothing ever happens. LNG's series has been choosing immobility as a mode of transport, and somehow they've still been moved to the grey screen. A full ace. NIP don't even stop.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. LNG do fucking nothing once again.
I am so disappointed on what LNG have brought to the table today. It really is like the Jin Air games of old. At least Jin Air could scale these moments here in this game. I'm so sorry if you're an LNG fan. I'm so sorry. What has this team become? This team was vying for LPL titles within the last few years. Highchat caught out in mid lane. He's going to be caught out again, and that means that the Dragon will go up to NIP.
Fortunately, the title that LNG are vying for right now is worst team in the LPL potentially. I mean, we're only a series team. It's a bit harsh, and again, but we had those conversations partway through last bit. They saved themselves. They didn't get knocked out. But at points, it was looking like they were a sure fight to be eliminated for summer. We lost OMG and RNG instead.
Yeah, LNG, I mean, for large parts of that, that was a huge crit, because of course it does auto crit with the Infinity Edge. Leave has enough damage to carry this team now. The fact that LNG have so much extra death fight in those split picks as well, Doomby can be so much more aggressive. The Fire Cannon makes his cards that much more threatening.
That's the context. In fact, Night of Frogs, they were #1 in World Group stage last year, where LNG, they are not anymore. That's for certain. It has been rough viewing. Now they continue to siege. And again, the pick from NIP is still really dangerous, especially if the coordination is just net now.
The last couple of years, LNG have been a team that, well, of course, LNG were a team that Doomby was on before. He used to be on this team. He knows the organization. And LNG were a team that used to do things by the book. LNG did things slowly sometimes, but they do the right things in the right order in a macro sense. They wouldn't just flip coins. They would try and play.
Has taken this second chance and run with it best he can. And I think this game again, he's done just that. He's done a lot of running at people and murdering them when we needed some action. Rocket Belt into gold cards.
That is so annoying. And you know, the Proto Belt's not up that often, but it's up often enough. Has heal, has flash. I mean, yeah, look at that. The damage is becoming significant. There's a teleport. This is the last hurrah. Here comes Draw.
Last stand of men and elves trying to make something here. Into the backline goes Niket with the quickness. The rest of the team, though, just doesn't have any damage.
Oh, it's
Nio goes forward and everyone's just melting apart.
I think it's the end of the third age. LNG need to find a hero. Zucker gets one, kills the Zeri, but I think it's too late.
Well, they were all of them deceased, for in secret another carry was forged. Leave comes on in and ensures that LNG have got nothing left to say in this game. Doing be Rocket Belts again. Rocket Belts plus rapid fire gold cards. You gotta love it.
If anyone was going to forge some dark technologies, it would be the Dark Lord Doomby himself. Moving swiftly from franchises, we ran out of Star Wars, why not? Let's, it's even got a ring in inventory. It does. One Dark Seal to rule them all. Dernby, he's had a decent game today. TF, early game was quiet, but he has been the architect of LNG's demise. The later this game's gone, well, no. I'm backing up. I wonder actually whether Dernby will do the funny play of gold carding whilst also using Proto Bell to make sure that Sivir can't actually spell shield it.
Yeah.
There are some ways you can make it very interesting, and if LP mistimes it, that's a very dead Sivir. Baron's being started, probably going to be finished. They can tank it forever because they have a Mountain Soul. Dernby loading up another gold card. There's no contest it.
Leave is just shredding it, and solo kill is a Cassante with Mountain Soul. He doesn't care about Baron damage. It's gone. There it is, secured LNG walkover, but too little, too late. A good call of the pack denies the gold card initially, but the rest of the fight is already a done deal. NIP continue to put the sword to LNG. They might own a stage in the LPL, but so do NIP. Back with a vengeance in Split 3, the new additions. Looking to make sure that this squad will have a much better showing than they did in Split 2.
LNG have one member alive, but it is just one stray dog defending the Nexus. NIP, it was not an easy early game for them. We were left waiting for blood for a long time, but then it came in rivers. NIP will end the series 2-0 on their home stage.
Cruella Dumbiville will make sure that the squad goes down with a little bit of help from Nio. I've had better name puns in my time, but it doesn't really matter. We've had better games of League of Legends in our time. But when they started the ball rolling, it turned into a ball that Indiana Jones would be afraid of. NIP